to see you, Ralph.
Hey, good to see you, Dylan.
It's been a minute, buddy. Last time I saw Ralph, we were at dinner. We went to Yamashiro's. We had a great night.
I was there just the other night.
We got the big table there. We had a crew. I tried to put together an incredible crew of people. We had Nika Costa was with us.
Yes, she was.
We had Mike Polcino, the director of The Simpsons.
Yep.
We had Thomas Ian Nichols from American Pie. We put all these interesting people together and had the greatest night. But you were trying to tell me we got to do it. We were trying to do this thing because I'm a drummer, right? So I try to do these paradiddles, because I was studying the Garibaldi and all you guys rocking this shit. And he was doing the paradiddles. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Well, actually, it's doubles. It's doubles on top and paradiddles on the feet.
See, you're a
Any drummers out there? Okay.
Oh, let's see if you can do it.
Well, no. Let me explain it. Look, it's an exercise. It's a four-way coordination exercise called the pretzel, and it consists of doubles on the top in eighth notes, but paradiddles on your feet. So you go right, left, left. Now, once you get that going, you do paradiddles on the feet. So it's
see how easy that is? Anybody can do it. Go ahead, man. Do it. Put the beer down. No, you got it.
And then I told Dylan, okay, look, that was a single paradiddle you played on your feet. Once you get that down, you go to double paradiddles. The doubles stay on top, right, left, left. But now you're going to do double paradiddles on the feet. So it's like right, left, left. Then you go. And he was like, come on, Ralph.
I was like, bartender?
And then I said, let me see, I think I said, okay, look, let's do single paradiddles in 16th notes on top and then single paradiddles in eighth notes on the bottom. I think that's the way I did it. And I wish I could take credit for the exercise, but I saw Simon Phillips do it on YouTube. So I said, oh, man, that looks like a cool exercise. Let me see if I can do it. So it was like, bucket of fish.
Easy, I got that. You see that? I did it real quick, though. I did it double time, so it was real fast. It was like 30-second notes or whatever, but it was no big deal.
So anyway, that's some drums. For you drummers out there that are trying to work on your four-way coordination, those are cool exercises,
All right, so there's a few bands, but two particularly that I'm absolutely horrified to try to pretend I could play drums in, right?
Well, who would those two bands be?
James Brown. If James Brown was still alive, because you can't mess up. Excuse my language, Dynaudio. I am so sorry.
Don't mess with James's stuff.
You can't mess with James Brown. You can't mess with Prince's band.
Yeah.
Can't mess that up.
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Okay.
You can't mess that up. I would say Tower of Power, too. You can't.
Yeah, well, now, Garibaldi, yes.
You can't,
David Garibaldi's no joke.
And he was the paradiddle. That's where I learned the paradiddle.
He had some a lot of linear stuff going on, very killer drummer and a nice guy.
Dude.
But I came up listening to James Brown and Sly and the Family Stone and everything Motown.
That's not a bad start.
So that's how, because I'm from L.A., and I grew up in L.A. and always had a band from junior high school on, and that's what I listened to, So and then at 14, I got turned on to jazz. And at that time in L.A., we had this 24-hour jazz station, 105.1, KBCA, and I fell in love with jazz music, and so today I like to swing.
Yeah. I've
shing, shing-a-ling, shing-a-ling, shing.
Yeah, jazz, I kind of went more of a funk guy because the jazz thing.
Well, jazz is all about four-way independence.
Which is why.
So if I say to you, play 6 against 4.
Yeah.
So we just do, and we go. Essentially, I'm playing quarter note triplets against the swing rhythm. Yeah. So.
You got that?
You got it?
Let's see it. Put the beer down. Come on, man. Don't be lazy. We're chopping it up with Ralph
so
now.
So that's what we call 6 against 4. Just On the ride, just shing, shing-a-ling, and quarter note triplets. And put your hi-hat on 2 and 4. And swing.
It's just that easy, folks.
Now, if you want, you can offset that quarter note triplet by 1/8 note and go. Okay? And if you want to, you can break it down even further and just play 8th note triplets and go. Enough of this madness.
Honestly, this guy's is. There's a reason they call it the pretzel, and because every time you show me some stuff, I pretzel up. I'm just like, I can't do it.
Well, the thing is, I love to teach. I take on students, when I'm not on the road touring with Earth, Wind, and I really get an extreme amount of pleasure out of just teaching, which is why I wrote a book, So.
Let's talk about the book. So, what's the name of the book?
Drum Exercises for the Pop, Funk, and R&B Drummer.
Everybody's phone's out. We're hitting Amazon right now.
It is available.
Get it.
It is available on Amazon. And this talks about all kinds of stuff. Cut time, odd time playing, four-way coordination. It talks about all kinds of stuff.
Do you do other exercises besides just this to unwind your brain so you can be free with all the limbs?
No, those are the basic exercises I go to. Mm-hmm. Those exercises I showed you between the hands and the feet. There's a very excellent book on four-way coordination written by Jim Chapin, Advanced Techniques for the Modern Drummer. It's been around for 100 years, but it's one of the greatest books in the world for working on your four-way coordination. Another book I'm currently working in is a book by Gary Chafee, who was a drummer at Berklee School of Music in Boston. Okay. Hey, all right, you know about Gary Chafee? Okay, yeah. So, and it's called Patterns, and Gary Chafee's written 4 books. But the one I'm working in currently is called Patterns, and it's just different kinds of sticking for very simple patterns, various note groupings, 5s, 6s, 4s,
Where were you 24 years ago when I took drum
I don't
lessons?
know where I was, and that's the problem. I can't remember.
From a dude named Tony. I was like, this guy's like, here's what you do. You do your paradiddle, Mississippi mud, Mississippi.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
I was like, but I just want to play the funk.
But when you say Tony, I think of the great Tony Williams.
Well, no, trust me, it wasn't him.
It wasn't Tony Williams?
No, this guy had a we call it a schlong. It's a short long, short on top, long in the back. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, he had a full-on schlong. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But it was called a short long. Yeah, not that one. Thank you,
Right.
Tell us what it's like to be playing with Earth, Wind, and Fire. Tell us about the show last night. I know Yamaha put you on the big stage there, of
We
course.
did. It was a totally last-minute kind of, thank you. It was a totally last-minute kind of thing. I got a call from one of our managers said, look, Yamaha wants you guys to do the thing, just the 3 of you. Because normally if we're going to do something, we'd bring on the whole band.
Which is 80 people with the assistants.
When you see Earth, Wind, and Fire, I think it's 13 on stage with the horns. And
then you all have 8 assistants each.
Well, no, not really. Come on. So
that's what Verdine said.
They said that. Yeah, see, watch who you talk to. They said, look, we just want the 3 of you. But we had an all-star band. Greg Fillinganes on keyboards, Nathan East on bass, Teddy Campbell on drums. I mean, it was slamming, And we had a horn section, so we did that last night. And but it's, look, I auditioned for Earth, Wind, and Fire in December of '71. Maurice and Verdine had come to a club that I was playing at on Crenshaw Boulevard in L.A. called Mavericks Flat.
Oh, they've been there.
You know about Crenshaw Boulevard? You don't know about Crenshaw Boulevard. So they saw me. I was playing with a group called the Master's Children, and which is a cross between the Fifth Dimension and Sly and the Family Stone and some other stuff. And they saw me play, and next thing I know, I was getting a phone call, and they said, hey, do you want to audition for Earth, Wind? I said, yeah, and it was just Verdine and the current, at that time, guitarist Michael Beale. So we just kind of did a 3-way jam, and they loved the way I played. And, Verdine called Maurice, and Maurice said, so what do you think? And Verdine said, no, he's happening, man. Get him in we got to put him in the band, So, and that's how it started with Earth, Wind, and Fire. And, look, man, if you had told me, because this year we're celebrating 50 years, if you had told me that I would still be with this band 50 years later, I'd be like, man, you are out of your mind, you know. But see, here we are, 50 years later. Look, we've got 7 Grammys, one of which is Lifetime Achievement. We're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Kennedy Honors.
We just recently became Kennedy Center honorees. We are also in the Smithsonian National Portrait Gallery. So
check that box. Check that box.
Yeah,
check
there's
that
not too much left on the old list there, you know.
Except the drum solo you're going to make you do right now.
Nah, I'm not going to do a
He's
solo.
going to pull something up there, break some sticks. Come on, man.
I'm not doing it.
I already put you on a spot enough today.
Yes.
Ralph Johnson from Earth, Wind & Fire's here, in case y'all didn't know who you're listening to right now.
Any questions?
We got any questions out there? Hey, Flex, we got the microphone hot and handy? No?
Where's Flex?
Where's Flex?
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Right here.
All right.
There he is. So,
hey, what's your favorite day of the year?
My birthday, July 4th.
that's my favorite day of the year, too, because it's Ralph's birthday.
I am born, check this out. I am born on the 4th of July, and I have a brother 8 years older on the same day.
Whoa. So
that's the absolute truth.
The parents got Randy, right?
I don't know what happened, but 2 popped out on July 4th, Jack.
My son's born July 5th.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Pretty cool.
But where were you going with that question? You wanted me to say September. Do you remember the 21st? No.
Oh, man.
We're not going to do that.
You want to make these guys mad? Ask them about September.
You know, but which is one of our most requested songs. When we do our live show, if you hear September, you missed everything before that because that's one of the last numbers we do.
Yep.
You know, so.
Just a quick question. I actually grew up in Crenshaw.
Did you really?
I did.
You didn't go to Crenshaw High?
Oh, yeah, I did actually.
Did you?
9th, 10th grade.
Crenshaw.
Yes, sir.
Look, you know what? I remember when they tore all of those homes out of there
Yes, sir.
to build Crenshaw High School. I was like,
interesting.
wow, what's
Yeah.
going on here?
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
My question is more so in regards to just what Crenshaw used to look like back in the 70s in comparison to what it is now. I don't know if you've been to Baldwin Hills.
Well, I know they're building that subway line that's going to come down Crenshaw from the airport, something like that.
Yeah.
And, well, back then, you know, you had, it's funny, down the street, further south from Mavericks or further south from Stockton Boulevard, okay, you had Magnificent Brothers Hairstyling Salon for all of us that were wearing fros. You also had the BKF, which stands for Black Karate Federation, which was headed up by Steve Saunders. I'm a martial artist myself.
He's a lethal martial artist. You're like,
now, Dylan, now.
Hey, don't get mad. I'm cool, man.
No,
I'm sorry, Ralph.
The martial arts is something I've been into since 1980. I have 2 black belts. I'm a first-degree black belt in a style of karate known as Tong Sudo, but I'm a third-degree black belt in a style of kung fu known as San Soo, S-A-N-S-O-O.
If you could play with any artist, living or dead, which would you play with?
That's a great question, and I got to tell you, because I'm such a jazz head, I would love to play with the great Keith Jarrett. Just give me Keith Jarrett and a bass player, and let's go. Just swing a little bit, you know. There's no band necessarily that I would love to play with that would be in the R&B genre like you may think. I'm really a jazz head, and so I would love to play one day with Keith Jarrett. I think he's incredible, you know.
Okay. We got one more question here.
After all these years and all the hits, what song do you still enjoy playing the most?
You know what? That's a tough question because we have a very broad catalog. I mean, our catalog is deep. 50 years of music. But night after night, when we're on stage, pardon me, one of my favorite songs to do is After the Love Is Gone, a ballad, because I love the harmonies. It's just a cool song, you know? So.
You guys like that track? Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's a great song, you know, so.
Ralph Johnson, Earth, Wind & Fire. You got a new solo record coming out?
I'm in mastering now. I'm finally, after all these years, I'm gonna do a solo project, which will consist of some R&B, some smooth jazz, you know. And basically, it's going to be a curated CD in that I'm going to take pieces of music that I wrote and produced on other artists, like Saida Garrett, who, as you know, wrote Man in the Mirror, Howard Hewitt, okay, Philip Bailey, you know, and I'm just going to take all of this and pull it together under one piece of CD. And that's what it's going to be, and it's called Notes from an Ascended Being.
What's the one piece of advice you could give somebody trying to make a career out of music?
That's a very excellent question, and I will tell you this. Don't let anyone steal or dash your dreams. If you've got something you want to go after it, go after it. And be careful who you surround yourself with. If you've got negativity around, hey man, get them away from you. Because they're jealous or envious of what you're trying to do. And they will sit up in a minute and say, oh man, you ain't gonna never. How do you know? If you could tell the future, you'd be a rich person, wouldn't you? Okay, so don't let anybody dash your dreams, man. Surround yourself with people of like mind. People that are trying to do the same thing you're doing.
I had a high school teacher who told me I'd never make it in the music business. I'm sitting here with Ralph Johnson. So that not everybody knows what they think they know.
I have a comment and a question. First of all, Ralph, I want to thank you. I played in a corporate wedding band for 36 years in Toronto, and I owe 90% of it to Earth, Wind, and Fire. By far the most requested and most enjoyable songs to play, by far.
Thank you very much.
Do you happen to know Rick Van Watershoot by any chance?
Do what?
You happen to know Rick Van Watershoot by any chance in Toronto?
No.
Okay, I just thought he came across anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I think we probably did we got the other band showed up yet? No, we're good. Let's keep talking. What else can we talk about?
LA. We can kick it some more. I'm down.
Okay, how you doing on NAMM Bingo? You get NAMM Bingo?
In 22. No, I'm not hip to NAMM Bingo.
You're not hip to NAMM Bingo?
No.
When you know all the different things that you can see, that 6 foot, like a 12-inch or longer mohawk, that's one.
NAMM Bingo.
The schlong is actually one, the short long. Short
Oh
on top,
my
long in the
God.
back.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was. You just turned me on to something. NAMM Bingo.
Yeah.
No, look. When I come out here, I get out here early, and I hit all my endorsers: DW drums, Peisty cymbals, Collado sticks, blue microphones, and after that, I'm out. I'm headed. I live in the valley in Woodland Hills, so it's about 68 miles back. But I told Dylan hit me up on email, say, hey, man, if you get a chance, stop by. And Dylan's a good friend and a great guy. And I said, man, look, let me wrap up all this other stuff, and I'm going to drop in on you, and we can hang out,
I am a drummer, too, and I have so much respect for this man, and I'm so gracious to have you as a friend and to have you as a mentor.
Thank you.
And for you to be here. So thank you for dropping by.
No problem.
We are in the Dynaudio fish tank.
Yes, we are.
They haven't filled it with water yet, so I think everything's going really well.
Yes.
Or swimmingly, if I was going to drop a pun on them. Ralph Johnson, Earth, Wind, and Fire. You got a solo record coming out. You guys go buy it. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Dylan.
Appreciate you.
Oh, man.
All right, y'all.